Today's dilemma. My air compressor broke. That piece right there, the gauge and regulator, started leaking real bad on this compressor. So I stole the one from this one. And I put it over on this one. And this one's leaking too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. That's 12 years old, that compressor. It's a home compressor. That one's 8 years old. This one ran every day, every night for 8 years. Constantly. When I turned it on, sawing, gel coating, it runs constantly. This one too. Every day. In the little shop. That was in the small shop. That was in the other small shop. And I have a big one that goes here in this corner. It's a 220. I just don't have my 220 wire run yet. Well, the wire's in, as you can see. I just don't have the outlet in, and I need help carrying the big compressor from the store to here. It's going to take 3 guys. It's a big boy. But my advice to you is if you have a garage at home and you're just a hobbyist type, I suggest you get a 26-gallon or a 30-gallon compressor. And the reason I say that, they run the same motor, it's a big motor, and the same pump as they do on the 60-gallon. Therefore, you can get a 100% duty cycle. Now, if this was a 60-gallon, you would definitely not. You'd have to work a little bit and stop, work a little bit and stop. This type compressor, you can just let it run and run and run and run and run. Now I'm starting to put them back together, all trimmed up and ready to go. As you can see, I've had a compressor problem. Everything's getting better. I decided to take my antique one, and I'm going to use that pump on my antique one that I have in the garage. I'm going to use it just to blow my steam whistle. I've got a vintage 3-tone steam whistle. Oh, here it comes. Anyway, I was watching Tommy Shoe's video, and I noticed that he went to the pawn shop like I did, and it reminded me I forgot to show you the video of the metal detector that I got there. That's where I got that little GoPro camera. That also was from the pawn shop. 20 bucks, not bad, and it worked great. So, what I'm going to do is this video will be about me metal detecting and some of the things I found. Well, before I do anything, I have to fix my grandson's Brickyard 400 tow vehicle, his dolly. The running board broke off, so I'm going to JB weld it because he's a tough guy. Isn't that right? That's right. How did you break it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Were you playing hard with it? You weren't taking your Camaro and running into the side of it?
No.
Look at me and tell me no.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I love you, buddy.
Hey, I love you back.
You do? Hey, what are those things on your overalls?
My things.
Where are they from?
My doctor's appointment.
From your doctor's appointment? You mean he gave you one every... Oh, you got a needle there? Oh, and you got 2 needles there?
Uh-huh.
So you got 3 stickers for each... You got a sticker for each needle?
Uh-huh.
What'd you get needles for?
For school.
For school?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Did it hurt?
Nope.
It didn't hurt?
No.
Wow. Did you cry?
No.
Look at me. Did you cry? Just a little bit?
Nope.
Okay. You're a tough guy, right?
Yes.
How about one? Hey. Ow! You're supposed to do it easy, man.
How about we do one more?
Don't hurt me.
I won't.
Easy. Ow! You sucker, you. Alright. Do you want me to fix your truck?
Yes.
Alright. Don't beat me up, alright? Alright. Let me get to work.
Look, it's in the bed.
Yeah, you put it in the bed. Alright, buddy. That's a good looking truck I got you, huh? Got a 5th wheel in it, and a great big Dale Earnhardt trailer on the back of it. Alright, let me fix it.
Okay.
Bye. Okay. This is the front yard. Goes from there to here, across to there, down to here, and up. Just this front yard is what I have detected so far. Apparently, up in that corner where the driveway is on that side, must have been the trash area, you know, for 200 plus years. This must have been always the driveway for the house. I found money here, and it got trashier as I went that way. And I can't get underneath of here. Who knows what's in here? But another piece of history is 3 of the signers of the Declaration of Independence went to the school up the street, less than a quarter mile, and relatives of one of the signers lived in this house. Pretty cool. His name was Thomas McKean, something like that. This house has been here since 1780, 1770, right around there. Alright, let me show you what I found so far in this front yard. Okay, let's start here. This is definitely from the 1960s. It's a toy telephone. This is scrap metal. This is brass. Some pieces of lead. Some metal wire. There's a set of keys. These keys were actually on this ring with this spark plug. Chrysler keys and house keys. Must have belonged to somebody who lived here. This is some type of a screwdriver tool. A little clasp, a little brass clasp. A couple of them. This is brass or silver. I haven't tested that yet. This is a Hot Wheel. Wheel. This is a washer or a ring. I haven't cleaned that. This is a piece of a pipe. This is a piece of a pipe. Lug nut. Various screws. And I believe this is a very, very old nail. I'm not quite sure. Some kind of a keyway and some other screws. I'm not sure what these are yet. They ring 80% on the metal detector, which is good metal. This is a piece of lead. This is a lead made in USA spoon. Let me go to this piece of chain, which still works now after I played with it. Was hooked on these pieces of collar. This is a 1959 dog tag. This is a 1973 dog tag. And it belonged to The Koskis is their name, 234 Charles Avenue, Drexel Hill, PA. My name is Andy. I belong to the Koskis, it says. It was connected to the 73. Nobody I know lived here at that time. I'm told that this is a shoe ring from a 1780s to early 1800s shoe buckle. How about that? This is a shoe ring from the late 1800s. This is another shoe ring. Don't know what that is yet. Hasn't been tested. This is also a shoe buckle. These are all clad pennies, like the kind you have in your pocket today. These are all wheat pennies, with the oldest one 1909, the newest one 1950. These are silver quarters, pre-64. These are all after 64. These are all silver dimes, every one of them. You know, 10% silver. These are clad dimes. These are silver nickels, 3 of them. These are clad nickels. This is what you hear around Christmas. Silver bells. This is pieces of a silver bell that would go on a horse, you know, around Christmas time in the sleigh. That's what it is. How about that? I can put it all together. I'm going to glue it together and I'll show you later. This is a child's, I believe it's a child's teacup, and it's lead. It's very, very, very brittle. This is a gold ring. Don't know what that is yet. This is a Civil War uniform button. This is a button with the letter M on it, which might have been for Thomas McKean. This is a piece of silver. This is Canadian, so it's not that old. But I found this in that front yard, testing for only precious metals. These things came up along with the change. These things were very close to the change. This metal detector can define whether you're looking at iron or precious metals. So that's how I found everything. Pretty cool. And this is in that front yard, and there's a whole lot more out there. Must have been a trash dump on the one side. There's a whole lot more. And a couple places in the yard I tested come up at 96, 98, 99, which is silver. And there is a lot that, with the iron button knocked out, which you can do, shows up at 55 to 60, which means gold. So I think there might be a little gold out here. We'll find out. I promise you that. Anyway, that's kind of neat. That's one area. It's interesting what you can find. I'll show you the metal detector that I got from the pawn shop. If you're going to get one, get a decent one. That's all I can tell you. This is a Garrett metal detector. Okay, well, that's the bag. There's the metal detector. Came with this pair of headphones, which is Garrett, brand new. Came with a Garrett hat and a pin pointer. I'll show you how that works in a minute. This is the metal detector. This is how you turn it on. Now watch. Hear the ding? Cool. It's really cool the way this works. I think I'm going to put the GoPro camera on this shaft and go metal detecting with you. From what I could find out on the internet, this metal detector goes for about $500, $600. And they have a special one that comes with a whole bunch of stuff. This piece here alone is over $100. That's like $50. Of course, the hats are free. The metal detector's was $600 at one time. But it's one of the better ones you can get. So I'm very happy to get it. I have a little over $100 invested in all of this. That's it. So if you're looking for a metal detector or any kind of cool stuff, go to your local pawn shop first. It's the thing to do. Let me show you how this works. When you find something with the detector and you dig a hole and you're looking for it, that's how you turn it on. There's a little light it has. Sometimes you get in a hole and you can't find it. You have to pick up the detector and keep looking. This pinpoints metal. And the closer you get, the louder it gets and the more solid the signal gets. As well as vibrating. Let's see if I can make it vibrate. Did you hear it vibrate in the camera? Some guys will, from what I found out, they fill this up with silicone. They fill this up with silicone, the light, and they use it underwater when they're hunting Civil War bullets. Check it out on YouTube. Check out Nugget Noggin. He does a lot of underwater recovery. I have some Civil War stuff I'll show you in the next video. But it's neat, man. It's a lot of fun. For an old dude like me that's always wanted to use one, well, I got one. I've got 11 acres here to detect, and there's some old ruins in the woods that have been here since before this building. And I'm going to see what's down there. Cool, huh? Now I forgot to show you these. According to the local artifact recovery guy, this is a wedge that is used for some kind of either smelting or I think that's what he said. I can't remember. It's a wedge. It's a metal wedge. So it's about 150 years old. I thought this was an axe, like there was a piece coming out of here, you know, the handle this way. But they chipped off the back of this and they tested it and said this ore isn't from this country. This ore is from Europe. And what it actually is, a tool that you hold in your hand like this and you scrape the inside of your pelts or your furs to get the meat off of the fur. Pretty cool, huh? I could have swore it was an axe, but I said absolutely not. This, not sure. It looks like a dime, but it has the wrong face. Smaller than a dime, and it tests as gold. And it's pretty heavy, so we'll find out what that is eventually, I hope. Don't let me gross you out too bad. This is my spine. There's a scar. Here's my pinpointer. There's nothing on it. With my little man.
Yes.
Cool, huh? Mm-hmm. Now what you do is you look up this man's name and look up New London Academy. That's the town we live in. New London Academy. And guess who has permission to metal detect or hunt with a metal detector on this property? Yours truly. And that's what me and my little man are going to do, right?
Yes.
What are we going to do here?
Metal protect.
Metal protect?
Yes.
Yep, we're going to metal protect here. That's what he said. Alright guys, let me show you something else. Just want to show you how old this place is. I don't know if you can read that. It's handmade gravestone, 1749. This graveyard's full of all very, very, very old stones, as you can see. Very old. There's one in here from 1702. I just don't know which one it is. And Thomas McKean's in here somewhere. I just don't know which one. Just don't know which one. Where you going, buddy? See if I can see some dates. They're so old you can't even see the dates on them anymore. That's 1760 something there. Can't quite read it. Or 1720. I can't quite tell. 1822, 1787. The ones with the flags died in the Revolutionary War. Died in the war between the states. There's a few Civil War ones in here. Not many Civil War. This is mainly 17s to mid 1850s, 60s. A lot of old stuff. You can't, like I said, you can't read half the stuff anymore. I wish you could. I just don't know which one's his. I gotta find it out. I'll look on the internet and find out. That house there, or stores, was Thomas McKean's father's inn. And this is the hotel across the street. Very old place. Look it up. New London Township. Franklin Township's right behind me. That was Benjamin Franklin's farm. That is the New London Academy, where Thomas McKean went to school. And so did a few other signers of the Declaration of Independence.